If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoettree.com. Blue is the color of dream. Poet is the already inscribed. Tree is what keeps us alive. Bluepoettree.com. You feel me there? Right now, welcome to the Blue Poet Tree Podcast, where we speak about the habits that it takes to create a successful life and the habits that it takes to overcome and break through a stressful life. You feel me them? Because we all are overcoming stress in some way. Whether you're a CEO, you're a boss, and you're just overcoming the stress of running your company, or you at the bottom working your way up, trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to become what you dream and desire. We all got obstacles. So right now, today, I'm getting over all my life obstacles with Ciara, and we're going to discuss how she decides to get over all her life obstacles, how she helps herself. Today, we're going to discuss how she beats those stresses in life, how she overcomes and focuses on what she wants to do in life. And then we're going to discuss some other things too. With that being said, I'm Quindell Evans. This is Ciara. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell the people a few things about you?
Oh yeah, okay. So my name is Ciara. I go by Ciara.Celeste on Instagram, and I also have a YouTube channel, Ciara Celeste, on there. Um, like about myself, well, I'm from Kansas City, moved here to Brooklyn in August. I go to the new school right now, studying media management, and I'm just a young person, trying to make it out here.
Thank you. And the new school, when did you attend that? Like, what was your first semester?
I started going there in August, so like this is my second semester. So I'm studying media management, and so it's like a 2-year program, so I should be done by 2021.
Okay. New school is a pretty good school out here. Like, I know a few people who went there. I don't know people who graduated though. Like, most of the people I know dropped out of them.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, they do have a lot of perks and stuff too. When my friend who was going there, we used to always meet up in a little studio. They got a little studio, music rooms and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is special. Y'all got some resources.
Yeah, it's a nice school.
Like, that was a official studio with all the equipment that's like, Kanye or J. Cole or somebody would have. Like, literally, like, it was an actual studio, like studio rooms. Like, it wasn't just one studio. It was a bunch of stuff. So you in a good school.
Yeah, thank you.
And media management, what do you plan on doing with that? Like, how would you be able to, create an income with media management?
Yeah, so media management is very broad. But what I want to do, I want to work with social media and digital content. So media management, it helps you see like the business side as well as the creative side. So I want to work more with the creative side and work in the entertainment industry. So places like BT or Spotify or Hulu, like I want to work with places like that.
Okay, that's what's up. Um, Before I ask you some questions, first I want to give a shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. You feel me? Because it's the reason we are here together right now. It's the reason we met up. Exactly. We met up, and that's the whole importance of black fraternities, is so that we can have lifelong connections. You never know who you're gonna meet and who's gonna who you're gonna work with one day. Like, when she starts her media management career, you never know if she can help me out as a music artist. You never know. And because we met up at Links and Drinks, you feel me?
But I saw you before then, though.
You did. Because I'm always singing on the train. Well, I used to sing on the train every day. Now it's probably like once a week, if that. Just just for publicity, for fun, just to get a little chicken with the bro, and it's pretty fun. I got a lot of opportunities because of that. But we met up at Links and Drinks, which was like a blue and white Sigma and Zeta mixer, and which is pretty lit. So I got to give a shout out to my chapter, the back breaking, bone crushing, bed iota chapter. I came through fall 2010. When you came through?
Spring 18.
Okay, spring. So like, it's fair I could call you Neo, like, no. but I'm not. I'm not.
About to be too next month. Don't blame me.
I'm not gonna disrespect you. All right, but so this is my sorority sister. You feel me? We constitutionally bonded. You feel me? Like we're one exactly. So with that being said, as someone who is, I am, like, I'm about to do the math in my head. I'm 7 years post college. Like, I'm done with that. Like, I'm not going back ever. I don't know. I'm just speaking right now on my ass, but I don't know. Maybe go back one day. But right now, I haven't been back after my BA, from Buffalo State College, and I want to say that, like, I graduated in December 2013. I my first semester in college was fall 2008. So it took me 5.5 years on purpose. I was enjoying college. If I didn't have to graduate, I wouldn't have graduated. But immediately though, I want to say, like, junior year, it hit me. Like, oh shit, I'm about to graduate soon, and I'm going back to live with my mom's. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, it hit me, you know. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna stay here as long as possible. Right. And then immediately when I graduated, 2013, my mission was to, like, get out of mom crib and start my own journey. The journey of being an adult, and it was hard. Initially, it was hard. It became easy as time went on, but it was hard. So what I want to ask you is, what are 3 most pressing concerns or responsibilities about being an adult for you?
So I just moved out by myself. So, like, I went to school. So I'm from Kansas City, but I went to school in St. Louis. So I was by myself, like, from like 18 to 22 or whatever, but I was still, like, in the same state. I could still go back home, whatever. But this is my first time, like, moving to another state, like, being by myself, paying rent, everything. So it's been challenging. I think at the end of the day, I have to worry about myself. That's one thing I always, like, not in a selfish way, but just making sure that I'm straight at the end of the day, because if I don't make sure I'm straight, nobody else is. So just being selfish, but, like, in a positive way, not in, like, a negative way, is very good for me. And just financial literacy. That's a big thing that I've been trying to practice and learn, so that I can have money and I know where to put it and I know how to save it. Like, credit is a big thing. So I've been working on that a lot, and just self-reflections. Like, I feel like the biggest part of being an adult, you have to evolve. And there's a lot of people I know that stay in the same place because they don't evolve as a person. And I think me moving out here definitely, like, helped me evolve as a person, but it builds character. So, like, self-reflection, like, knowing what you did wrong and trying not to do those things again, because I'm really big on energy. So, like, I know, like, when I was 18, 19, I could be going back and forth arguing with people, but now, me being, like, 22, I don't even like to do that, because I'm just like, I'm taking more energy and putting all this negative energy into the world, and it's not gonna do nothing. Like, we just gonna argue and we gonna feel like crap at the end of the day. So it's just like knowing, like, what battles to fight.
Thank you. So yeah, being on your own, finance and self-reflection, that's a real big step, and I commemorate you for that. Like, leaving the nest and being on your own in a whole nother city, whole nother state. I still haven't mustered up the courage to do that. I'm still in the same state that I was born in, still attached to my family in certain ways. You feel me? So, like, that's pretty. I commemorate you for that. It's definitely inspiring. I think about leaving more than I take the initiative to do it. So, like, I appreciate that. And how long have you been in New York?
I've been here since August, so, like, 6 months.
Okay, so you just got here, and some people don't last This long, no cap. No cap. Some people do not last as long. So you in here feel like you good, like you got it, under control, like you ain't being rushed out.
Yeah.
Some people come in and feel like I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm riding until the wheels fall off. It seems like you got things under control, so that's good. I know for me, some concerns, of course, is finances. Being on my own, like when I moved out my mom's crib, I done was hopping crib to crib trying to manage it, because I wasn't knowledgeable of how to handle that on my own. And self-reflection is like big, big thing in my life. Who said Einstein said a life unexamined is not worth living. So like if you're not self-reflecting, you just not worthy. You feel me? What's the point of going on the next day if you're not going to think about how yesterday impacts today? You feel me? You got to know where you come from to know where you're going. Of course, you want to look forward all the time, but it's important to look back too. A lot of times we feel like, like a lot of times we don't give enough attention to looking back and to knowing your history. Some people really think you should supposed to look forward. Like Pop Smoke died the other day. We supposed to just act like we're not going to talk about it. Like, nah, we got to talk about it. Niggas, I've grieved and complained to people about it. And they're like, yo, bro, let it go. I'm like, bro, it ain't been a week yet. Right. And we just going to let it go, look forward, and people die. Like, no, bro. Like, we got to look back at that because that could, his life and his death could be a lesson to us if we allow it to. But if we just be like, oh, he's dead and like, move on. Like, what are we learning? So we look at our lives in the same way. Like, oh, I messed up, but I got another chance. How did you mess up? Like, what are you going to do different, with this new chance? Stuff like that. It allows you to move more positive, more according to your purpose, more according to your worth, So thank you for that. So me being someone who graduated in 5.5 years and wanted to stay in college forever, I feel like because I'm from the hood, like I'm Projects baby. I was born in the hood, raised in the hood. Mom's still, like, most of my family still live in Gata, like. So I personally feel like because of where I'm from, the people there, we need to see things outside of the norm. Like, we need to see things outside of what we see. Like, gunshots were last night. No cap. Like, gunshots were last night. People being sliced was last night. Like, no cap. This is Sunday. Saturday nights is lit in the hood. It's shit going on, like, so, like, you will be consumed by it if that's all you see. So I feel like what helped me start to do things like the mouth book or pick up poetry or, coloring books and different card games and stuff like that was because I saw things, outside of the hood. I was able to be in Buffalo State. That's where I went to school. I was able to be in Buffalo for 5 years, so I seen something different. It may not have been better or worse, but it's just different. So, like, for me, I would say that college is necessary, especially for people who are in a limiting situation, a circumstance that's limiting them from achieving and, doing most of the things they want to do, because if you see the same things and you keep doing the same things, you're going to get the same results. So I feel like for me, those weekends where I had in my godmother house or my grandmother house or my cousin house, or those are the most memorable times because it let me know that the hood won't always be my life. So do you feel like college is necessary for the average person, and or can you be what you want without college? Like,
so I agree with what you're saying, but being like in school, so I'm in grad school now, so this will be like my 5th year going through college or whatever. I don't personally feel like college is necessary, but I feel like as a person you have to have a mindset, because I was in school, just graduated with my undergrad, and there was a lot of people in my senior year that I could tell didn't really have that next step in line. Like, when you're in school, everything is like scheduled like 9 to 3 or 8 to 3, whatever. And then you go to work and you party on the weekend, whatever. But if you're not taking that time to think about your future and your next step, then you kind of just here just to be here. And it was a lot of people that was just, they were there because they felt like that was the right thing to do, or, their parents told them to go to school. But then there's a lot of people that like fail out like that first semester of college because they just going just to go, you know? So, but if you don't have that mindset, like, okay, I'm gonna graduate in 4 years or 5 years, whatever, then I'm gonna go do this, like always planning for the future, then college I don't think is right for you. And then I also meet a lot of people that are like entrepreneurs, or I meet a lot of people that just have like it, like, you know, so they don't need school. Like, you just have to learn how to network. That's the biggest thing, I feel like, because you can go to school for 4 years and not do any clubs, not go to any events, anything like where you meet people, and then just be like, you don't know what to do after you get out of school. Like, if you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know how to make connections and follow up on people, then college is not needed. Like, I don't know.
Thank you. I definitely agree with that. Definitely, like 100%. Like, it's not needed if you have the tools already. And somebody like me, I was definitely there to be there. Like, I didn't have those next steps. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, literally, it was just like I'm from the hood and I'm doing something different and I'm trying to rock with it. So I definitely agree. Like, because after college is when I began to learn entrepreneurship. Like, after college when I began to actually plan. Like, I spent 5 years just partying. Like, 5 years just having fun. I was not really focused on career. I was not really focused on goals. So a part of me feels like, okay, I wasted my time, but another part of me felt like I, I would. I know for a fact if I was in the hood, I would have probably been dead. Like for a fact, almost got killed a few times. So like the things that I was getting into on break were, you know, like I need to go back. I need to go back to school, you know, because I'm going back to the hood. You know, I'm going back to the hood doing on summer breaks, spring breaks, Thanksgiving breaks, Christmas breaks, and I'm getting into trouble. Like, no cap, like, I'm getting into trouble. So like, me personally, you know, from a hood perspective, I feel like it's needed to get outside from of the hood. But when it comes to like business, entrepreneurship, or like career goals, I'm not sure either. Like, I'm not sure if it's needed. You know, I'm not sure if it's needed, but depending on your career, like, you can't be a nurse without a degree. You can't be can be a lawyer. You can't be certain specific things without a degree. But most things, you know, like a teacher, you need a certification. But like most things, like, you don't need a degree for. You kind of can. By most things, like what careers? Like media management, like you connect your way and get there. You know, um, the technical skills you probably need to. You know, school is probably going to help you learn that in an organized way. You know, otherwise you would have to like be studying on your own, which people don't have the discipline for. So, but certain things like this building that we're in right now, it's not here because somebody went to school and learned how to build this. This is probably 9 times out of 10, the people who actually hands-on build this building don't have a degree. Probably not even a high school degree. You know, like, they literally doing this off the books. And the people who supervise them, probably not though. No, because I know somebody who was in jail like 15 years, no degree. Like, he got his GED in jail, came out and opened up a not a construction company, but what do you call those? Like those the word. It's another word for construction. Whatever that word is, like the legal term. Like, opened up a contracting company, like construction company contracting. So like, and he never went to college. So like, matter of fact, I know two people who have contracting companies with no degrees. I'm Most of the people I know, a lot of people work in contracting and they don't have degrees. So like, maybe the people you'll hire to do your books, maybe like the payroll, and people hire, you know, lawyers for your company and stuff like that to keep the company built. But in order to start your journey as an entrepreneur, you don't, like, for most things, you don't need a degree. Of course, you'll be working with people that need a degree, but most entrepreneurs, like most entrepreneurs I know, like personally, I know millionaires. They don't have degrees. Like, they don't. They had ideas, you know, and they fulfill them, and then they surround themselves with people who have degrees so that they can figure out how to, like, you know, make their business look good on paper. So like,
they had that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, so like that's what I was saying too. Like the degree doesn't always matter. You do have to have that mindset and know how to network and know what you want to do, because like you said, there's people with degrees that aren't like don't know what they want to do, like you said, just partying and stuff like that. But then if you know what you want to do, then you can make things happen like that. So I agree with you to an extent, but I do think if I didn't go to college, I wouldn't network with the same people that I've networked to get to where I am now. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we agree with each other in the same spots, and we also disagree with each other in the same points too. Like that, it's necessary, but there's ways around it too.
Yeah. Like it's not it's necessary, but it's not required.
Yeah, there we go. It's necessary, but not required. Let me write that down. Where it's necessary but not required. Definitely, because you can also just network, like you said, networking. Like I learned how to network. I learned how to perform. I'm a performing artist. Like that's because of college. Like my freshman, like Buff State history. Like look, I don't know if there's like a history book somewhere, Buff State history. My name is all up in that bitch when it comes to like pageants and shows. Like I competed in every one, and I won every one of them shits. And people begin to know me for that. Like, oh, don't compete if he's competing, because I'm going to take this pageant, homecoming king, all of that. Like all of that was mine. Like, you know, and I built my performance skills up in college that I probably wouldn't have being in the streets. I'm for sure would have probably been dead if I was in the streets. I'd probably been dead for sure. So as an adult, I find ways to like have certain conversations that I know I need. You know, I have found ways to like talk to certain people. I have certain people who I lean on, or like who lean on me too, and we have those emotional conversations that are very much needed for the week or for the day or for the year, stuff like that. So like, do you have certain people who are your mentors, your therapists, your like people you could talk to have those healing conversations?
Yeah, definitely. My brother is really big on spiritual and energy and very like positive, and he's the one that really helped me with self-reflecting. So I talked to him because he's very like positive and just has like an overall different outlook on life. Like I don't know when it started, but like just recently, like he changed his whole life. Like he became like very spiritual and positive. Like he even became vegan and stopped putting certain things in his body and just really believes in the world and stuff. And some things I don't agree with him on, but as far as like being a very positive person, he definitely like helps me to see like the future and see like, okay, yeah, you may be in the struggle right now, but like just give it some time, like you're gonna get out of it, you know. And then definitely my link, like her name is Darielle, and she's like my go-to person just because she's very like super non-judgmental when it comes to a lot of things, because she knows like we're gonna live our lives, like we're young, so if we want to try something, go ahead and try it, you know. If you don't like it, then just don't do it no more. And that's really her like outlook on life. And then who else do I go to? My best friend Nate, he's a Sigma too, and he's really positive. Sometimes he gets on my nerves though, because he's really big on like perspectives. So like if I see it one way, he always tries to get me to see it another way. So I'm like, he's a good friend because he doesn't just like listen to me and agree with everything I say, because you know sometimes I do be wrong, like, you know. So he helps me see like different perspectives.
That's important. Like certain people I have in my life is like who I feel like I could talk to. I don't know. Like it's hard to name them, you know, in a moment, you know. And then like I'll realize like as the day goes on that I have tens, you know, like all the people in my life, you know. Like I have certain people that I definitely go to have those certain conversations. Yeah, but like mainly my mom's. Like, I could talk to her anything. Yeah, anything. My pops, you know, he wasn't really like there too much. He was kind of cornball, deadbeat, as you would call him. But like, I made it an effort to like rekindle that like kind of relationship. I noticed like some of my brothers and sisters be jelly. They be like, I don't know, you his favorite, and I'm just like, nah. Like, we all grew up hating him, but like somebody had to like, you know, like cut that thin line and just fuck all the hate shit. Because we wasn't taught to hate him. Like my mom didn't teach us to hate him. It was just kind of like a culture thing. Like everyone hates their dads because they're not around. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just jumped on a bandwagon. And like as an adult, I didn't want that anymore. So I created, like, you know, became more close to him and stuff like that. But I can't really talk to him about everything. Because, you know what I'm saying? We didn't build that bond and talk everything about. We talk about certain things. But my mom's I could talk to about anything. And my cousin, Malcolm, could talk to him about anything. My frat bro, Kevin, I call him Keppa. I talk to him about any and everything. We never agree on anything, which is probably why we could talk about, because we're always gonna learn. Like we never agree on nothing. We're just arguing.
That's how me and my best friend are.
Yeah, but in a good way, you know. It's like we're never gonna fight. I would never fight the bro. But yeah, so I think that's important for adults to have like mentors and people we could talk to. I'm gonna skip some questions since we on this topic. So what are some self-healing methods that you have, or like, you know, habits of solitude? Like me, every day in my life, I like to read, write, exercise, smile, do my hair, say my affirmations, meditate, and do a headstand. Like that's after I do these things, my day good. Like I'm great. Like, I'm good. Like nothing can stop me, and I'm more alert and stuff like that. So do you have like your do you have any like healing practices, any self-healing tools that you use?
So I like to pray a lot. That's definitely like a big thing. Like I pray a lot, like, and I write down a lot of things. Like I just have like Google Docs filled of just like different things, but when I write it down, I look back at it so that I can see that I'm growing as a person. And when I pray, I can really feel that I'm growing as a person, because I think about it and be like, when I was like 18, 19, I would never do things like this, you know? So I can see that I'm starting to move different and move accordingly to how, you know, like I want my future to be. So, and I do a lot of self-reflecting. So when I see things is going like left, I try to change it. Like my senior year of college, my first semester, that was like, so like I crossed my junior year, but like the week before school went out, and then I went back home. So my first semester, my senior year, so we was just wilding. Like we was out of every party, every kickback, every probate, like whatever Greek thing, we was there. So I was going out a lot. I wasn't really like, I mean, I was focused on school, but like not on my future. So once I hit second semester, that's when I cut like all that out and just started focusing on me. And I listened to a lot of like motivational speakers, and just would write things down like of how I want things done. And that's when I started practicing financial literacy, because like if I want to be somewhere, you know, I need money. So I need to start fixing things that I'm lacking in.
Okay. Word. So like when you say prayer, like do you have like a religion type? So you believe in God and stuff like that? You pray a lot? Type. So when I like my prayer, I refer to affirmations as prayer, you know, and meditation as like listening, you know. It's like prayer, speaking to God, and then meditation, that time you can listen to God. So I guess I do prayer too. I just call it a different word, you feel me? And definitely writing a lot too. And like I got books. I got mad books. I got mad notebooks and diaries filled. We did talk about college earlier, and I want to come back to that before we move on. So what advice would you give to your freshman year self?
That's funny. Okay. So my freshman year, I wasn't that bad. My freshman year. My sophomore year, that's when I was wilding. So I mean, if I could give my advice to like a younger me, I would just like, I just feel like I was very naive, you know, and I let people treat me like kind of crazy. Like looking back, like I let people treat me kind of crazy. So I would just say like know your worth, know your worth as a person, as a like intelligent black woman, like know your worth. Like, you don't have to don't ever let people disrespect you. Don't ever let people like make you feel less than. And I definitely like allowed a lot of people to just kind of do whatever, because I think my freshman year and my sophomore year I was trying to fit in, and like going to a whole nother city. This is my first time in school, so I was trying to fit in. I was trying to be with everybody, and I ended up doing stuff that was very compromising and just letting people treat me any type of way. So yeah, just know your worth. Definitely.
Word up. Know your worth. I guess a similar, like those words could work for my freshman year self. Like if I heard that, that spill would probably help. Advice I would give to Quindell freshman year would be like, bro, you're an entrepreneur, bro. You can start now. Like you can start LLC now. You can start Instagram. I was not into social media. Instagram came out my freshman year, 2008. Like I mean, that's when I remember it coming out. I don't know if it was 2007 or 8. But I don't know, or 6, I don't know, around that time. But I remember like Instagram, like no one really had it. We were still on AIM, on MySpace and Facebook, no cap. So like I would like be like, bro, like you're an entrepreneur, bro. Like you can sell products and services. Like you can use this network. You have a school. You can rent rooms and throw events. Like you can do whatever. You can start your entrepreneur journey now. So that would be like one advice I would give them. Everything else, go ahead, have fun, party, do all of that, because those memories you can't get back. Of course, there's certain people I wish I could unfuck or something like that, but like, yo, bro, don't fuck ABC. Like, who I'm talking about, Quindell. Nah, fuck that bitch, bro. She's gonna fuck your life. But like, I would just say like, like you're an entrepreneur, and know that. Like, know that. That's what I, like I would like, I don't know, throw LLC papers in my face. Like, I don't know. Like, I would somehow make sure I had an LLC by the end of freshman year. Like, that's what I would do if I could go back. Or just give some advice to freshman year Quindell. All right. So right now, what do you do for income, and like, what do you dream of doing ultimately?
So right now, I just work retail at Forever 21. So that's how I make money. But in the future, I have a lot of goals and dreams. But like, I really want to be like social media strategist. That's what I want to work, and I want to work with different companies on their more of like content creation and data analytics. So that would be like my entry level starting point job. But as like a long term, I want to do different things and be like a overall like personality, just so I can have different streams of income. Like if I want to do like an interview, or if I want to do like a hosting or things like that. But like my long term would be I want to open up my own like social media consulting firm, and I want to work with like emphasize in the Black community and start with startup companies, because like entrepreneurship is really big now, and a lot of people are having their own businesses, clothing lines. Like that's what I see, a lot of clothing lines. But I know a lot of people don't know how to run their social media, and I like look at people's business page all the time and be like, you could be doing so much more, so I really want to like open up my own like social media consulting firm as like a long-term goal.
Sounds lit. Some Gary Vee shit type. Isn't that what Gary Vee does? Like, kind of not like social media, but just like media period for companies. Type and social media. That's pretty lit.
Social
But
media is like a big, like especially with the influencer market. Like, if you are an influencer and you have like, there's a thing called like nano influencer and then a micro influencer, and micro influencers are really big, especially for like startup companies. Basically, if you have from 5,000 followers to 10K, and you can get like free products, you can do reviews, like you can start making money off of it. And then of course YouTube is really big, but with YouTube it's like you kind of, I feel like to have a successful YouTube channel, you have to start off with some type of clout already. Not like if you want to just go off like in 2 days, yeah, I feel like you have to have clout like from the jump. But if you like work through it, it might take like some time. I think YouTube takes time because you can't just like post one video and then expect to just go viral. It's like there are people that do that. Like there's one girl, she like lives in a van with her snake, and she posted one video and got like millions of subscribers. So it really just hits different. I don't know.
If it's interesting enough, I guess people will tune in.
Yeah.
That does sound interesting. I want to see this lady who lives in a van with a snake. But, exactly. That's right. This is too quirky. Like they have to kind of tune in. All right. So now we're about to get good. So what's your or the? If you feel like there's one, it's not yours. But what's the definition of love? And on top of that, how should or how does black love look to you?
This is very broad question. So I only been in love like once, but I wouldn't. It was like kind of like a toxic type of love. I wouldn't say like a very good love. So like how I would want to be loved as a person, I would definitely just say like I'm looking for something very genuine. And that's really why I'm like very nervous to like date sometimes, because I feel like a lot of people are not genuine nowadays. Like I feel like a lot of people have alternative motives. So if I could find someone that shows me a genuine love, like they actually listen to me and care about what I'm saying, and like you could tell like when someone is actually listening to you and like really like reading you, when someone really knows you, and yeah, so just a genuine type of love, just honesty, and just like entertaining, because I feel like I'm really like a goofy person, so I don't really be taking a lot of things seriously, like, and sometimes people would just be too serious and I'm just like, okay, like calm down, but like, and then black love is really beautiful, I don't know, like what do you mean by that question?
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm asking you, like, how does black love look to you? Black love looks to me a certain way. Do you think that like black love is different from other types of love? Like, white people being in love is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
I would assume it's not going to be the same as an Indian couple. They don't have the same morals, values, and upbringings and history as Asians people. Like, how does black love look? Like, how should black love look? Let me see if I can give you something to piggyback off of. First of all, this is okay. Black people have a certain history, no matter if it's like American black or like just the whole diaspora, we all have a certain history. So how do we love knowing that history? Like how does black people love like and keep, like I don't know how to explain it. No, okay, bet. Let's go.
Okay, so like I think black love is very beautiful because like you said, like we've went through a different struggle than like other races and stuff. So I feel like it's more like I can understand a black man more. Yeah, I can understand a black man more and just like know his struggles. Like a lot of black men that I meet, they automatically have a wall up. So like once you get past that, physical attraction and actually get to know each other, and it's like, to me, it's beautiful to see that wall start to break down and they could actually trust you and tell you things and vent to you and come to you when they need you. Like Like that type of love, like 3 a.m. call me because you got stuff on your mind, like that type of love. Like, and I always want to be with the man that, like, I feel like I'm at a good level, but I want someone to actually help me evolve as a person and build me up. So like if you can teach me some things that I didn't know, that I didn't learn like in school, but like you learned in life, and you can tell me like how to be a better person or how to do things better, you know, to have a better outcome, like that's more beautiful than like, you know, you wearing a cute outfit and getting your hair cut, you know. That's like, I don't know, I'm really big on like intellectual, if we can have like a deep conversation. Like that's why I hate when like niggas be like, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. Like I don't respond to those. I don't respond to like dry, hey, how are you, every single day. Like if we can actually talk for hours, FaceTime for hours, and then not get dry, like that's how you know, like I fuck with you, like I'm feeling you, you know.
Bad. So you said breaking down them walls, learning, and some type of entertainment that you know could keep things going. That's the first thing was really what I was trying to talk about. You know, and I'm glad that came out immediately. I was trying not to say it, so you know, so that I don't feel like giving you the answer, you know. But that's what I was talking about when it comes to black love. We have a history that is oppressive. That you know we were oppressed through history, especially in America, and in Africa, and throughout Caribbean and stuff like that, and even still going on today. So I feel like it's the same thing for women. You know, I meet a woman, and there's a wall up, and it takes time for these walls to come down for people to start opening up, and that's what I kind of feel like black people are kind of like overlooking. Like we kind of we kind of expect our partner to come healed. Like nah, bro. Like the wall is there because they have healing that needs to be done, and like out of like all due respect for myself, it's on me to be reflecting on my walls, my healing, and my trauma, and you know my pain and my past, so that when I'm dealing with someone else, I'm helping them reflect on theirs. But a lot of times we meet people and like they might be in the middle of their healing process, and we're like, oh nah, I need somebody who's you know not going through it, and we're not like ready to help people get through their shit. And maybe I'm kind of not even doing this concept too much justice and not explaining it in the right way. But what I'm really trying to say is like, no matter even if you're black or not, but specifically black though, you know, individually you're on a healing journey just by being black living. When you come together with someone, we got to respect their healing journey. A lot of times we're not. We're like, oh, I'm on my journey, I don't have time to deal with yours. That's not our words. That's not how we expressing it. But we kind of give it off in that way. Oh, this girl is just, she's daddy issues, or this guy is always angry. And it's like you know, for years, like before, but you know, like this is a deep rooted issue. Like the girl with daddy issues and the guy with anger issues goes way back. So like it's not your responsibility to heal someone. It's your responsibility to heal yourself. But I feel like a black love is kind of like, you know, like the only reason we're like, you know, like we're not having fulfilling relationships because we're going into it with the expectation that we're not going to have to deal with these things. Like we're not going to have to deal with the fact that we're both black and we both are going through some things, regardless if the thing we're going through is like some shit that happened from 10-year-old trauma or like the last relationship. Like we kind of feel like we're supposed to meet someone and not supposed to go through some shit. And my message to black people, you know, I would feel like let go of that idea, let go of that ideology of that like someone's supposed to come to you prepackaged and ready for you. Like it don't work like that, you know. There are people who's gonna come prepackaged and ready to heal with you, but you know if you're not ready to see that, then you're gonna just be looking to forget the breaking down walls. I just want to learn from you and have entertainment. But eventually, the walls gonna come. Like they don't come immediately. They're gonna come down the line. And a lot of times